So let me get to a single best chart right now with George Goncalves at Nomura. George, it's a chart you've got tattooed to your left arm. It's just the nominal 10-year yield. Have we broken the great moderation?
No, we're still in it. I mean, the difference is people have to be careful in extrapolating that there's going to be a straight line down to zero, which was what would happen in Japan's case. Even in Japan, there was a kind of a reprieve where rates went sideways for a long time, and we think that we're entering into that reprieve where the Fed is still emboldened to tighten, and that rates at least will stop heading lower and start to kind of grind higher and sit in a range, and that's going to start to challenge this downward trend.
3%, is that within your forecast mix?
We have 260 with an overshot to 280, but that really would require everything lining perfectly.
All right, Tom needs to leave for radio, so Tom, good luck with that. And George, when you look at bonds, are they facing a make or break moment?
I think, look, it's the dead of summer. I think we're looking at a couple of more weeks of vols kind of sitting in here as long as we don't have any geopolitical tensions rising. We do think markets are kind of trade sideways. There's really no other catalyst other than waiting for Jackson Hole. We do have the Fed minutes this week, which I think is going to be important to see what their kind of conviction level on the inflation outlook, as well as what it means for their rate path. But they're by and large heading for the balance sheet unwind in our view in September. And we think the markets are a little bit too complacent for that. I mean, real rates are too low. We do think term premium is too low, and credit spreads are too tight. And this is all kind of culminating into a period where you have a lot of issues down in D.C. that still have to get resolved around the debt ceiling and budget, and the Fed is about to embark on this big quantitative tightening process, which it has never done before. So I do think that there's a little bit too complacency, but it's a time of the year, we understand it, and we think that we're kind of forming a low here, and we're going to be bouncing higher in yields into the fourth quarter.